Hello, welcome to Toxic Talk TV. I am your host, Anton Scott, along with my partner.
Hi, my name is Gloria Talley. I have some associates with me.
Stacy Scott.
Music.
Hey, yo, what's going on, ladies? This is your man, Music Harris, aka Mr. Desire.
Hey y'all, Juice Chenoweth here. You can hit me up on any platform: Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. I'm in the building. Juice Chenoweth.
Okay. And we also have our guest of the evening. This is Big Main of IME Records,
Yeah, what
by
up?
the way.
What's up,
Huh?
everybody? This is Big Ming. Appreciate y'all having me on.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, well, let's get started. We could all, right now, there's a big thing going on. We all know about it. It's all over the news. It's all in the blogs. It's every content creator in the country, I guess now including us, is talking about it. And it's about the trial that's going on in Manhattan. And that person is, of course, Puff Daddy, Diddy, Brother Love, or whatever he's calling himself these days. Okay. All righty. So, have you all been kind of keeping up with this whole thing?
Nah, I ain't had no time.
Yeah.
I
I
have.
have.
I've been having other
What's
shit to do.
excuse me, what you say? Music Harris.
I said I ain't had no time. I had other things to do. So you got to fill me
So
in.
you have been looking at it. Okay. Oh shit. I mean, oh.
Oh, shoot.
So, how does everybody feel about the trial so far?
I haven't kept up with it at all.
I've been keeping up with it. What you think, Ming? Because you're the special guest, Ming. We gotta talk to you, bro.
You know, it's like a double-edged sword with me. You know, I know he is not looking good for him right now, based on the testimony. But you know, the man gave me my start, so I got different views on Puff.
Well,
You
why don't
know,
you tell us
so
about everything in terms of your start and everything with him?
Puff gave me my start my first year of college when I started working for Bad Boy um as a bodyguard, and which opened the doors for me to work alongside with a lot of other celebrities providing security and presenting my talents. Some of the people I work with T.I. and Tiny, OMG Girls, Michael Baisden, 50 Cent, um, who else? SWV. Um, I mean, the list goes on. I've been with a lot of people. If you guys are ever interested, in your free time, you just basically look me up online, Big Ming, and you'll see the list of people that I've worked with and had the pleasure of serving during my tenure as a bodyguard. So, like I said, I have a lot of mixed views concerning Puff. Puff gave me my start, but it's he got another side of him.
Yeah.
Some of the things that I'm hearing that allegedly that he has done. You know, that was never presented to me while I was around, and that was back in like 2000, 2001, all the way up to 2010. I never seen those kind of things escalate with Diddy. As far as that, now it's some things that did go on, but as far as like this the female sex trafficking and all that. I've Diddy never showed me that side. I never seen it.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah. So
Do you find it difficult or hard to believe that something like that is in fact happening?
No, I don't. I don't find it hard to believe. Because I know this type of stuff in the industry goes on. He just pissed the wrong person off. Um, this is way bigger than what y'all seeing now. You know, um, because if that was the case, I mean, let's really look at it. Hugh Hefner did the same thing and exploded.
Man,
You
Somebody,
know what I'm
it was
saying?
you, Anton. You
I,
mentioned that
I
the
have been
other
saying
night.
the same shit. Like, nobody said nothing to Elvis Presley for marrying a 14-year-old.
Oh,
Right.
Nobody said nothing to Hugh Hefner, and he put it in front of everybody. He groomed some of these girls from the age of 14 to the age of 18 when he put them in a Playboy magazine and sold them to the world. Bro, like it's insane. Here's my thing, and I'm gonna say this: the things I've seen on the trial, yes, Diddy is a freak, and I understand it. I understand a lot of people don't get it. I can't understand where the human trafficking is coming in at, but you can't put somebody in prison for being a freak. You can't.
Where?
You can't tell somebody, well, you have to have sex one way. That's not how it works. Some people have desires that a lot of people don't understand. Like, I'm not saying to go out and beat women up or sex traffic anybody. I'm not saying that. But like from everything I've heard so far and the evidence that has been coming out and then what his evidence against her, she wanted to do it. Like I don't understand what the conversation is. Now him beating her up, that's a totally different subject.
I feel like she wanted to do it to a certain point, and when she didn't want to do it, he would not let her stop doing it. Do you see what I'm saying? That's
she's
where the
already too
problem
far in
comes
it.
in. That's when she didn't consent, it became a problem.
It
was a problem.
It really did.
That's when it became a problem. Now
it's-
this voyeurism and all of that stuff, like to me,
There was money's exchange too. So
yeah, like I see the sex trafficking part.
me too.
I see all angles of it. I see why people say, well, she should have left. But we've also talked about that before on the show.
Right.
You have to have a certain level of confidence to be able to leave an abusive relationship. And evidently she didn't have that because this man held her world in his hands in real life.
But here's the thing: when she left and she was with other people, she kept going back.
Because it's called Stockholm syndrome. It's Stockholm syndrome, and it's real. It's a real thing. Like I've seen it happen in the flesh before. It's a real thing. So that's also mental illness, low self-esteem, low confidence. All of that comes into play in this situation. And like when this stuff came out about Diddy, I wasn't surprised because to me, he's always been mean all the way since back when he had him shows where he had him people trying to become rappers or dancers or whatever they was. He used to talk to people like they was stuff off of the bottom of his shoe. So when this stuff came out, I wasn't shocked or surprised. I never cared for him because of his cocky attitude. And like, you can have all the money in the world. We can compare him to Hugh Hefner and them and all of that. But to me, it's different because Diddy tried to hide it. Hugh Hefner didn't have nothing.
Yeah,
Elvis Presley didn't have nothing. All of that was in the forefront. And then, as a black man, how long have they been able to get away with shit that we are not able to get away with? I don't care how much money you got.
Right.
And that's just my opinion on it all. In a nutshell.
What else? Anybody else got opinions on that?
It's I agree. You know, it's we look at what happened to Harvey Weinstein. The other, he's a pedophile to me. The one that had the island. But then, Epstein and Harvey Weinstein, and They say they locked him up, but they wasn't talked about much. But they talk about R. Kelly all the time. They talk about Bill Cosby all the time.
Yeah.
You waited till Bill Cosby was damn near 100 years old to put him in jail. Like
I didn't agree with that. I still
that's insane.
Yeah, I don't even know if I believe the Bill Cosby stuff still to this day, because that's not what he showed us, and I just don't know if I believe it still to this day. Even though I'm not saying that I don't believe the victims. I mean, it's just a conflicting thing. It's conflictual. It's conflictual.
And I don't mean to sound any kind of way, and I hate to say it this way. Bill Cosby was around some of the most beautiful women in the industry. Have y'all seen the women that put these charges on him? You mean to tell me Bill Cosby had to slip a pill in a drink to get these women when he got Felicia Rashad and a whole bunch of other women that's around him? That have you seen his wife compared to these women? I'm not understanding. I don't. But teach us on. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know.
Right. But
you sure about that
thing too.
Huh?
So you sure about that time? You said I wasn't there.
So
I'm not that old motherfucker.
I missed all of that. All I heard was cuss words.
Okay, so I have to speak on the Bill Cosby thing as well as the Diddy thing. And, so the Bill Cosby thing, I knew Bill Cosby by proxy, meaning I know a gentleman that knew Bill Cosby and actually worked with him. And just based upon the experience, and I'm going to tell you right now, at the time I was a kid, I was only 16 when I knew them. So do I believe that could have happened? Absolutely. Absolutely. Based upon everything that I know. By the way, the person's name, I'm not going to give right now because I don't have permission, but his wife's name was my name. So we became very close friends, and this is while I was attending Virginia Union University in Richmond, and he was the one who actually saw me on stage, and we sort of went from there. So in terms of Bill Cosby, do I believe that happened? Absolutely. I think that a lot of the characters that were on the show kind of felt some type of way about him. Lisa Bonet, good example. He kicked her off the show because he felt that she was being a little too provocative. You know what I'm saying?
He gave her her own show.
Excuse me?
He gave her her own show. A Different World started off with her.
No, it was the Bill Cosby show it started off with. She was the daughter on the Bill Cosby show.
Listen. What I'm saying is, when she left the Cosby show, he gave her the show A Different World. She was on that for 4 years. So listen, I don't know.
Okay. All right. So and then in terms of Diddy, I'm not gonna sit there and lie. I'm looking at that every single day. Whether it's through a blogger, whether it's through CNN, whether it's through Crime Files, I have literally been checking that out every day. And guess what? As God is my witness, they got the ability to convict him of what it is that they're looking to convict him of, because they're trying to prove it. They're trying to get the rest of it, but it only took one thing to say, in fact, that it has happened. And mind you, there's been payments that have been going across. This is allegedly. If you notice, I got that written on the screen. It's alleged. But this is based upon everything that I've been seeing in the news and so forth. Who else got a thought against or an opinion on that?
Do you feel like the people he knows, the celebrities, the politicians, everybody, you feel like they are willing to let all the parties he's been to and they've been through come out to where he's going to get everybody? I don't think he's going to go to jail if he's going to take other people with him. Everybody's not going to stand up and say, hey, yeah, I was at them parties and we did some of that stuff, and I don't believe he's going.
Okay. What about you, Ming? Music? When are you?
The way it's looking right now, if I was to just dissect on the racketeering, the way they got him on the racketeering is because of a lot of the hush money was done by the employers.
Yep.
I mean the employees, excuse
Yep.
me, of Combs Enterprises.
Yep.
So that's where the racketeering comes in, and the feds got him by the balls because a lot of his employees covered up his dirty work. So with them exercising in that realm, that's where they got him 100% that he was operating an organized crime organization. So yeah, they got him on that.
Mm-hmm.
His 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 safest bet would be if I was him, because I'm a businessman. If I was him, hey, I mean, he ain't got shit to lose now. I mean,
For real.
if
True. That's real.
That's real
if
shit.
yeah, he ain't got nothing to lose now. So if the fact that they already proved him beyond a reasonable doubt that he was operating, an organized crime company. Um, I don't know if they put it out there yet, but probably in the next day or two, you will hear them say they are going to freeze all of his assets, all of
Mhm.
it.
I
Oh
thought he
yeah.
got rid of most of the assets, and when he was giving it to the kids and his and stuff, I thought most of the assets he had liquidated and gave away, and that happened
Any,
before they locked him up.
yeah, but
Well,
the loophole is anything that's attached to him through blood, like children, his mother,
his
anything like that,
mother. Yep.
they're gonna freeze it.
They're gonna
They're
kill
gonna
him.
Mm.
take it.
Man,
Yeah.
it's coming out to everybody.
Dang.
So if
I seen
if
on the web he's selling his house for $61.5 million.
He'll be lucky if he can sell that house, considering.
All the
Yeah,
shit.
because if they freeze it, he can't let it go.
he
That
can't let
that
it go, yeah,
yeah,
Don't he got more than one house?
yeah,
yeah.
he
One
got
in
a few
Florida and
houses.
one in L.A.
3 or 4. Yep.
Yeah.
Shit, all of
Yeah.
them. Oh,
Yeah, I mean, my thing is, I feel like, so I do know that his mother basically, supposedly, allegedly, has control over a lot of the things that he has, personally speaking, the financial aspect of everything. A lot of things allegedly went under his mother. So you think about it, I guess he did that in a way he thought that that would potentially protect him. However, it's not going to, because I honestly feel they're going to probably go after his mom too. I just get this feeling. You know what I'm saying? Especially when his son is going to be going through the same thing that he's currently going through. His son, what's his name?
Christian.
Yeah, Christian. He's about to go through this as well. So do I think that they are all? Do I think he's going to go broke? I don't think he's going to necessarily go broke in our terms, but in the terms of what he used to have, oh, he's already been cut. I mean, that money's been thrown everywhere if you think about
Yeah,
it. You know what I'm saying? He's already lost. We already know that he paid Cassie over so many millions of dollars. We also know that Maya or whatever her name is was paid a certain amount of money. You know what I'm saying? So you're looking at right now, that right there alone was like close to 50 million. Okay, and that's not no sneeze. I don't even think for the rich, for the billionaires. And that's what he was. Can we say that now?
yeah, we could say that's what he was. You know, my hat goes out, my hand goes out to Diddy. You know, well, I knew him when he was Puff. Um, it's that's why, you know, one thing I always admired what 50 Cent always used to say back in these days. The industry, there is no friends in the industry. You don't have friends. These people are associates. They will cut your throat as
Yeah.
quick as they can. You
Mhm.
trust nobody in this industry. It's all business. That's all it is. I think I I think what Puff did, and some of you may know this and some may not, but I can't put it on the air. He crossed the wrong person.
Agree.
Oh, I'm sure about that.
He crossed
Yeah,
the
I
wrong
definitely
person.
agree with that.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter how big you get. There's always going to be somebody over top of you.
Oh,
And when
Exactly.
you burn them bridges, you suffer them consequences.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, and I don't think I agree. I don't think this is the end. I think we're about to see not only his son. I think Jay-Z's about to go through some things, and I think there's some other key players. And I'm not going to say their names yet. Like the one that's sticking out to me the most is Jay-Z. The things that's going on and the way things are playing out, the music industry is about to change.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
It's going through a transition right now, and when on the other side of that, I don't know what's about to happen, man. Like it's crazy, and you know, a lot of people don't know how deep I get into the music industry and who I know and whatnot, but I'm watching people jump ship from companies like 300. There's
Yeah.
there's a man. The next couple of years is going to be very interesting. Very.
I just never understood why he was hiring prostitutes. Like, why you just didn't go get a girl from the club or something, or a man from the club or something. I just never. I'm like,
Because to make them sign an NDA, why would you have to do that when you're paying somebody for the service? It's a job.
I mean,
It's sex work.
even the sex workers though they were signing NDAs. So why not
Right.
get you? Why not get a willing I mean, well, they are willing participants, but I don't know. But I just feel like it was probably people out here who would have did what he wanted them to do without him even having to pay him because of who he was.
But then that would have came back on the back end, even if they signed the NDA and then, well, sue me or whatever. Like people, the world we living in is jacked up. We all know that.
Yeah,
Right.
but it shoes. Like I would have just went and got me a regular old Joe out of the club. You know what I'm saying? I was just gonna go get me a regular old Joe and be like, "Come on, Joe, you wanna go hang with me at Flo?" You know what I'm saying? Like what?
Yeah, but you're not sitting on 50 million.
Even if I was sitting on 50 million, I'm not going to hire no prostitute because who
Let
else?
me tell you something. I bet you would, because you're not going to go
He
to
said, "I bet
the
you
Highland
would."
Tap Room and with knowing you're worth 50 million, because anybody's going to try to be after you anyway.
I go get an X. I go get an X to participate before I go to prostitute. Come on, X, let's go. I mean, I'm just saying. Shit, I just would have tried to. I don't know, especially like his stuff was like extreme. The stuff that he was doing was extreme. Like so, I mean, I guess to me, it was extreme to me. So I just didn't get it. I'm like, why wouldn't he just go get a? I mean, it was.
So there are a lot of swinger clubs. There are a lot
Yeah,
of
I'm saying.
uh,
Not just clubs, the parties too, the swinger parties.
Yeah,
yeah, swinger
nothing wrong
parties,
with them.
BDSM. There are a lot of things out there like that,
Mhm.
and those people are very private, you know. And yes, a lot of them come from sex work and things like that. Everybody has everybody has a quirk,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you know,
I'm
the
not
only
judging
thing I
him.
can
I'm
say
not
is
judging him
I kind of
for the
understand
sex
where he would
part.
want to
I'm
pay.
not judging him. It's to me it's just the people that he chose. Like It was just the people he chose. I'm not judging him for his whatever he liked to do. That's what he liked to do. And evidently, at some point, Cassie liked to do it too because she was doing it. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this: instead of hiring a professional that's good at what you're hiring them for, you'd rather just go get a rando?
Nah, I'm gonna go get my
Be
ex.
pissed off.
I'm gonna be like, come on, man.
It'd be pissed off.
Okay, but what if your ex didn't want to take it as far as you wanted to take it? First and foremost, it's your ex for a reason, and it's
But nah, I don't know. I don't know. I ain't got an ex that don't want me back, and that's just the guy. I'm gonna motherfucking lie to you. I'll tell you a story, but I ain't gonna never tell you a lie. You hear me? So I would just go get one of them exes and be like, "Come on and participate." You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe I'm too.
So-
I don't know.
Hey, Big Mean, I got a question for you. So besides you being with Puff for so many years, is there other celebrities out there that you've seen things from them they've doing from the years you've been in the industry?
Yeah, I mean, let me tell you this. If we was to go like on the gospel end, right?
Mhm.
right.
It was one point where I was Kim Burrell's bodyguard, and some of the things that I witnessed just by her basic conversation blew my mind.
Mm.
Damn.
Blew my mind because as I'm looking at her as a gospel artist, I'm like, wow, you really can't tell a difference between somebody that's doing secular music with somebody doing gospel.
That's the thing. You
I've
can't put
heard
them past
several
them.
stories about her. I
Yeah.
know several people who know her, and I have heard several stories about her.
So then you know what's up. The stories are the stories are
I
real.
know several people.
He
Who
said
know.
the stories are real.
The stories are real.
I'm like, what?
It,
Not that Jesus love it, girl. And they
yeah.
like, and I'm like, hell no. But yeah, I know several people who know her, and I've heard several stories about her.
Yeah, so we all got to take into account like these people are people. They're human.
Facts.
The
Mm-hmm.
human,
Yep.
right?
We all got two sides to us, So if we looking at a person for who they are spiritually, or you have a lot of people that do things operating, out of their carnal minds. They have two sides to them, just like we have two sides to us.
Right.
With them, they dirty laundry was put out there on Front Street. The only difference between us and them, our skeletons is still in the closet. Ain't nobody exposed us yet. We all got, every one of us that live on this earth, we have shit that we have done or is doing that we wouldn't want nobody else to know.
I totally agree.
That's
I
very
totally
true.
agree. I think the days and times we live in now, everything is more out in the open and all over the internet and all over social media and things like that. Because I know in the '90s, being in clubs and everything, dude, if there was videos of that, a lot of people wouldn't have careers and things today.
Right.
Like it was wild. And then once technology took over and all of these things popped up, because when MySpace was around, that to me was the beginning of there's no more privacy. Big Brother's watching
privacy is
everything.
gone.
It's over. Like me and you can sit here, we can get off this podcast right now, have a conversation, hang up the phone with each other, and I hop on Facebook, and whatever the fuck we talked about is going to pop up,
It's on there.
and it's on there.
So Anton, after this, we're gonna order a pizza, and I bet it be right up on your social media.
Hey, not
Right.
y'all know Pizza Hut, whichever. Y'all know what I always say though? I be like, I thank God ring doorbells.
Oh my God.
I would have been
Yeah.
my mama probably would have buried me Cause
Oh
baby,
God, like me too. Like
I used to have a ball. You hear me? I was outside, so I just thank God that ring doorbells wasn't a thing when I was young. Cause honey,
Right.
yeah, yeah. I say that all the time. Like I'm so glad I did not grow up in this era as these
So
kids. Like everything is under a microscope.
I would hate to have been a child
Yeah.
right now.
Right now,
yeah, there's no way I could be in my 20s right now because the way I was growing up, they'd have had to smoke me right now. Like, and I know that. I understand it. Like they'd have had to.
so Miss Gloria, so you've been in this industry for a long time as well. Have you seen some of the things that we've been discussing since you've been in the industry?
Ringleader.
Right. Oh, it must be yes. She ain't saying
It's
nothing at
the
all.
smirk for me.
Right, for real.
That face tells it all. Okay, cool. We ain't got to do nothing else.
Okay, next question.
Enough said. Anton, I got a
Free-
question.
Okay.
So I don't know when it came out, but Uncle Luke and all his videos and how he
Yep.
Yeah.
do y'all feel like wait.
I'm just agreeing. I
Do
already
you
know
feel
what
like he was exploiting females and at a younger age and he wasn't I guess he didn't get in trouble like that? Because we didn't really know their ages in the videos.
Okay, so let me say this. Do I feel like he was exploiting women? Yes and no. Again, these people were being paid for what they was doing. Some of them did it because they just wanted to be around certain stars and whatnot. But you got to understand, even Uncle Luke doing that, I don't know how many of y'all went to Day 5 Alive, but yeah, it cracked at Day 5 Alive at Kentucky Kingdom. And there was girls out there that
Do
I'm
something.
not gonna say they did something strange for a little piece of change,
Yeah.
but it was for the free ski. You
Yeah.
feel me? And
Damn.
get on the Ferris wheel, and you could by the time that motherfucker went around and came down,
Hey, you had a good old time.
Can
hey,
I
like
tell
real
y'all-
talk,
can I tell
real
y'all
talk. So the
I'm on a pop.
the industry has always been sexual. We all know that, okay? Do I feel like there's certain people that got exploited? Yes. Do I feel like there's certain people who did it for a paycheck? Absolutely. Superhead made, when she wrote her book and she told about everybody really jumped on her case because of the things she was talking about. But nobody said nothing about the people she was talking about. Like, these people really are out here doing these things. Like, so how was she in trouble? Because she told about her life and her experience and what she went through.
Right.
But then it was like, everybody was like, well, why would you tell on them? Why would you tell you been with this person and that person? And she was like, well, first and foremost, y'all wasn't, I was. This is my story. I lived this. And people really went at her neck. Again, yes, she was a freak. Yes, she did some things, but they did the same thing to Amber Rose. They did the same thing to Kim Kardashian. Her mama put out her sex tape. Make that make sense.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
the pimp of all pimps.
For real.
Well,
Because she picked all her girls,
hold on.
every single one of them.
Can I say something? Can I say something real quick? I'm
Yeah.
gonna be honest with y'all. In what I've seen over the years, people will do anything
To get there.
to get to where they need to be. They will lie, cheat, steal,
Or kill. Yeah.
or kill, or do whatever they need to just to get to the top.
Yeah.
So don't let any of this fool you. Because I mean, the thing of it is very few, and I do mean very few and far between that you can get yourself involved with people that aren't on this thought, on this level of thinking. You know what I'm saying? It's like There are some people out there that really believe in talent. There are some people out there that really believe in covering their artists. There are some people out there that really believe in making sure that the artist knows that they're about to step into something that they can't step out of. Mm-hmm. So based upon their own experiences or based upon their knowledge of other people that they could potentially be getting themselves involved in, the industry is small.
Thanks.
So at the end of the day, you're going to hear the same names over and over and over.
The gatekeepers.
And yeah, yeah, exactly. So at the end of the day, you got to think about it. It is what it is. This is a ruthless industry. I don't care what genre you are. Yep. It's ruthless. And you're blessed if you can just find someone that's not like that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, what does this do for you? You know, it's like it's like as a management, and Ming, you can speak as a label owner. This is really difficult on us.
Thanks.
It's difficult on us because we're not those type of people. And at the end of the day, we've had people reach out. Have you ever slept with this person? Have you ever slept with that person? We've actually had those questions from independent artists, like straight up. Because they thought it was a type of party. And come to find out, they weren't spoken to yet ever again. Like they were literally cut off. Because at the end of the day, we don't play those games over here at GT Management, do we, Anton?
No, ma'am.
What you teasing for, Anton?
Because she's right. She's dead serious. Like there are women and men that'll be like, I'll do whatever you ask me as long as you get me in a certain room with a certain person. Like dead serious.
Yeah.
And that's not. Let me ask you this: do y'all think Sexy Red is where she's at because she's a good rapper?
Hell no.
Okay. Like that's what I'm saying. Like there are people
really cute.
Do what?
Or is she really cute?
She ain't.
Hell no. There are people that will literally give up their soul, and when I say that, it's not a game. I'm not talking about literally give it up to get some kind of their 15 minutes of fame. Like they really will, and it's. I know so many talented people that should be so much further than where they at, but their morals won't let them cross over because they won't. When you go into some of these rooms and some of these contracts and you got to go to certain parties and put your phones up and put your finger in blood, and bro, there's things y'all just don't know. I'm telling you, like it's sick out here. It's sick. It's sick.
It really is.
What's your intake on that?
Huh?
I was asking Big Mean, what's his intake on?
Yeah, Ming, come on now.
I could tell you firsthand that this industry, if you're not careful,
it'll take you.
Like super careful. It will take you, and God forbid if you're in a relationship with somebody.
It's a wrap.
If they're not a strong person,
divorce.
You can kiss that goodbye. You can kiss it goodbye.
Yes, sir. In a heartbeat. In a heartbeat.
In a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy. The things that I've seen over the years is crazy. But at the end of the day, as a manager, and I can also speak as a label owner, it's nothing you're going to say. It's nothing you're going to say. You can make eyes. You can look at people and you can do this little nonchalant thing here, letting people know what's up. But you know what? If you don't catch it, it's not our fault. We did tell you. Technically, we told you. We you know, and it's crazy because I mean, I look at like right now they're trying to put Lauren, what's her last name, against Nipsey Hussle.
Lauren
London.
London. Lauren London.
Lauren London. They're trying to put her. They're trying to say that she got allegedly that she had something to do with it because of her involvement with. If you really look at it, they're trying to blame Diddy for everybody in the music industry. Well, we know that's not true.
I wasn't there.
We know that that's not true. You know, but
But
is that, huh?
but like you said, Glow, you know, some of these people, you know, the industry is smoke and mirrors.
Nothing but it's a
So
lottery.
it's an illusion.
It's a lottery too.
Um, I have had females tell me, you know, and I'm just a bodyguard. I have had females tell me, you know, we go in the room, you know, just a random conversation, and they will get completely naked and say, "This is the only way I feel comfortable."
I don't know.
Yeah, he's not kidding. It's
I
real.
believe it, baby. I
And
believe it. I never want to be
I'm
famous.
just the bodyguard.
Yeah, I hear you.
But any attachment to anyone that's famous, man, you
Yeah,
already know
bodyguard, band members, they don't give a crap.
they don't give a damn.
Yeah,
As
they don't
long as
care.
we can get over on somebody that can talk about us to somebody else,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and you're absolutely right. I mean, at the end of the day, people don't realize this is one of the most dangerous occupations that there are out there.
So
It's
big,
just that,
so big man, being in this industry and being a bodyguard for so many celebrities, what's the craziest thing that you had to deal with being a bodyguard?
I remember one time I'm not gonna say his name. One time I picked up a client, you know, just for a few days, and I didn't realize that this client had beef with somebody. Automatically, just by me being his bodyguard, I inherited his beef,
Mm.
being shot at, you know, having a fight, you know, and I'm like, man, you know, that's why the price tags on some of these artists is so high, because if you got beef and somebody's trying to kill you, it's my job to protect you. So I'm not gonna be charging you like no $75 here, or you know, give me $200 here. I'm talking about 1,500 that day, a day, because of the work I gotta put in.
yeah,
I gotta make sure you get home, I get home. And
right.
then on top of that, I gotta look over my back to make sure I'm not being followed.
I got a question to ask you, Ming, as a body protector, bodyguard. Is there some, if you know that you're going to be working employed by someone that you
Right.
know yourself may have a major issue, or maybe you don't know has a major issue, do you ever feel like sometimes you're like, wait a minute, I don't want to do this? Like, have you ever, because I know your job basically is to lay your life on the line for individuals.
Yeah.
How do you
It-
feel about laying your life on the lines for individuals that are mostly self-centered?
I would say back in the day, I really didn't cherish life like I do now.
Mhm.
So it was real easy for me to take on a job. But if you was to ask me, will I be out there to jump out there now, knowing that an artist have, you know, an exceptional amount of beef with people, and
Mhm.
it's a possibility, like say for instance, Takashi 69.
Mm,
I would not take him on as him being my
at
client,
all.
because the liability is extremely high,
Mhm. Mhm.
extremely high. And you know, with having children, and I don't want to deal with the bullshit, because you know it's bullshit coming with it.
Absolutely.
It's coming with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you definitely got to know your client, who you get into bed with. Do the history on them. You
Yeah.
know, is the money really gonna matter if you laid up somewhere, being toe tagged?
Hmm.
Is it really worth it?
That's the crazy part for me. I think
Hmm.
I don't care how I look at it. I mean, it's almost like the military, no disrespect to the military, because I'm going to tell you right now, it takes a strong person to be a part of that. But it's just like the military for me. It's like, would I be willing to lay down my life
Yeah.
for the country, a country that doesn't even recognize me as a military?
And in this, and just like you said, in this game, you know, in the industry, you get killed protecting somebody. Guess what? That's all it is. You was a kill. They'll get somebody else.
Yeah.
You
So
be
how much do
replaced.
we really mean to those people that, you know what I'm
It-
saying? I think that's my question. It's like, what is your value? Let's just say, I mean, no disrespect, but let's use Diddy.
yeah.
What is your value to him when it comes down to his life? Because I'm looking at everything that has transpired. I'm not saying that he's involved with the Tupac situation or the Biggie situation, but the rumors are out there.
Right.
And you
I could,
supposedly had loved your artist so much.
but see, a lot of these artists, it's propaganda, and where'd the Anton go? Um,
Hmm.
I think you got cut out.
oh, it's propaganda. And the reason I can say that, a lot of artists don't know, when you sign a contract,
Mm.
the record label will put you on an insurance policy. So say I have $1 million insurance policy on you.
Mm. Mm.
If you get killed, I'm collecting on that money
Instantly millionaire.
overnight. That's why you're worth so much more dead than alive. It's a money grab. It's a money grab.
So
And a
big.
lot of artists miss that. It's in their contract, but they just overlook it. They don't read it.
Look at that fine print.
They don't look at the fine print.
Looking at them dollar signs.
You know
Right.
what's crazy? Because it actually is in your contract.
It's in the contract. They don't see it.
It's in the contract. Now, not management. Let me get all of that squared away. Unless you're owning that label. But yeah, if you're hitting that major label situation, oh, trust me, your contract is not going to only say that you're a part of that situation, but your life is too. So what do you do? Hey, music, you're an artist.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to know what your thoughts are. Like, what would you do if someone, say, like him, were to come to you and say, hey, I'm gonna give you X amount of dollars, X millions of dollars.
I got too many kids because I love my kids too much to put my life on the line for that. I'm sorry. I have
So
to.
you're saying if a label owner
I have to pass it up.
decides to give
So
you
if I was
$12 million,
if I was one of these rap artists who's in all this bull crap and all this drama and got all this stuff going on,
Mhm.
it'll probably be a different story. If I was in that type of rap scene, but I'm an R&B singer and I got kids and I love my life and I love my kids and I got to be here for them. So I'm sorry, I'll have to say that's a no-go for me.
Well, I ain't gonna
Wait a
say
minute, wait a minute.
but I'm gonna tell you right now, R&B artists are just as bad as
It's just as bad. It's
There's no
the
difference.
I ain't
industry.
put that over none of them.
I'm gonna say this, and I hear you, but until that paper is in front of your face, everybody has a price. Everybody. And what you say you won't do, if they sit their briefcase in front of you and tell you, we need 3 albums from you, yada yada yadas, a lot of people are not going to say no. Okay, and again, like he said, nobody reads the fine print and what you have to do and how long and everything, but they see that money because a lot of people, especially, it seems to happen that when this contract is brought to you, you're in a situation. So this money can get you out of that situation, but you don't know the situations you're about to go into. And and a lot of people don't see it until after they sign this contract. And then when it's brought to their attention, well, I didn't see that in there. That's not my fault you didn't read it. That's not my fault you didn't take it to a lawyer. It's not my fault you just seen the money, you signed it. And once you sign it, ain't no going back.
Ain't no coming back from it.
It's not
going back.
It's a legal document. You're done.
Right. And people think, because I've dealt with a lot of contracts. I've wrote up a lot of contracts. People think it's a game until they're standing in court and they're facing jail time. They're facing being sued. They're facing being put on the shelf. There's so many things that can happen after you sign that contract. And people think being in the music industry, you go in the studio, you make a song, you come out, you put it on Facebook, and you're a millionaire. Ain't none of that ever been true.
Mm-mm.
There are steps and procedures you go through. There are doors you have to walk through.
Kick open. There are doors you gotta literally kick open.
Like real shit. And when I said earlier that the music industry is changing, I'm praying that it changes for the better because it's going to make my job easier, Glow's job easier, Ming's job easier, because I don't need you to have sex with me to get you where you need to be. But I do need you to do certain things. Your image has to be on point. Your vocals have to be on point. You have to be a writer. There's certain critiques you have to go through. I don't need to know if you can suck 10 dudes in one day. What that means nothing. That's not going to tell me anything. But if you send me a song and I listen to it and I think the song is hot, and then I take you and I put you on a stage and you can't sing worth a damn, we just wasted 6 months. And I don't like wasting time. Me personally, I don't. But people get these contracts and they think that's the end. That's the end all be all. I'd have made it. They don't know about what the work that's coming. They don't know that some people got to go sit with an A&R or and adjust their image because the industry is really about your image. It's really about your talent. But the way the music industry is right now, it's all about sex and killing. Like most of the rappers only want to talk about killing something, doing drugs. I was raised on drugs, selling music. A lot of the kids nowadays is being raised on drugs, using music. There's a difference.
Yep.
Big difference. Big difference.
Speak on it, Ming. I want to hear what you got to say. What you got? Uh-oh. My bad.
Oh, exactly what exactly what he said. It's if you ain't killing somebody or you ain't raping nobody, I don't even have to call a woman a bitch now. I mean, they glorify it.
Right. Boss bitch, baddest bitch.
Some of them some of them call their own selves a bitch. I'm the baddest bitch out here. You know what I'm saying?
I think that came from I don't mind hearing the girls call themselves bitches and stuff like that because look how long men degraded us. So if Sexy Red won't call herself the baddest bitch, then she's the baddest bitch because look how long they were allowed to degrade us. And I actually had this conversation with one of the Yin Yang twins. He was in the shop getting his hair done. And I was like, I respect them. I was like, because they are doing what no female artist could do at first. I mean, at least we can refer to ourselves in this context, and it don't have to be derogatory. When male rappers was calling us bitches, we was just bitches. And that's just what it was. So I don't get mad at them calling themselves bitches at all.
So
To
then
me,
that means I got the green light to call every woman a
And
bitch.
right, we got the green light to call that person.
no, you
We
don't.
really
No,
do.
no, no, no.
That's a
That's
double
a
standard. That's a double
yeah.
standard. Like that's
No,
you can't. How can you say, well, this person can call me a bitch, but you better not? What? Why is this person better for saying it, but not this person? It. This goes along the same thing as saying nigga. Like,
because it's not when we say it, it's not a derogatory term towards one another.
how do
Or
you know that it's okay? If me and you
and to
have a
me,
conversation and I'm like, bitch,
a man should never even step into that zone with a woman, unless that's your homegirl or your best friend. You don't got no reason to call her out of her name. That's not her name.
What
But
is
if I'm
yeah,
talking to
they
my
do it all the
homegirl
time.
and we
Because she
calling each
referred
other
to
bitches,
herself. She referred to herself as a bitch.
right?
So if
Like,
you're giving yourself permission to say I'm a bitch, then it should be okay for me to call you a bitch.
no, it's the context. It's the context of the conversation. And to me, if you don't understand the context, then just don't use the word. Just don't say it. But you've got to know that it's a difference between me and my homegirl calling each other bitches and some nigga calling me a bitch in a derogatory way.
but what if
It's
Right.
he's not
different.
using it in a derogatory way, and that's the way you took it?
Well, why would you even feel the need to even step into that box? That's not a
Here's
box
Because
the
that
thing.
you
Here's the
stuck
thing.
in.
because
That's
You,
not a
because
box
you
that
you and
you
your
gave
friend talking,
yourself
right?
permission to
And
call
y'all standing
yourself a
outside, and y'all like, bitch, whoop, 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 whoop. And he was like,
uh-huh.
man, you a bad bitch.
bitch. You right. You
Ah,
bitch, you
well,
right.
if
That's a
somebody be
dude.
like, man, you a bad bitch, I wouldn't take that as a derogatory
But you
term.
just said,
Not
should no
that's
man,
different. You said it. It's the context of the word. It's how you use it. It's not always what you say. It's how you say it, and that's with anything.
okay,
I I would have to respectfully disagree with that.
We can agree to disagree.
Because
I am not against that. We can
I
definitely
I
agree to
I
disagree.
I would say this. I would say that I met a lot of women in the industry, and I have became cool with them, but I would never ever
Mhm.
bring them home to meet my mother. Never.
man, man.
They wouldn't step foot
He said
into
never.
my house. They would
Okay.
not step foot. They like, nah.
Then
You
that's your preference. That's just your preference.
No, that's juice. Listen, you know there are certain people you cannot bring to certain functions, right? You know. You know, if you call a
But
certain motherfucker, you can't be
most of the
like,
people who I know like that, who I'm not gonna take nowhere because I'm the type of person I don't really judge people. So you are who you are. If I love you flaws and alls, I'm gonna accept you flaws and all. And that's just who I am. I have friends who I who get on my nerves. I have people in my life who drive me crazy because of things that they do and that I'm not into. Some
Can I
certain stuff I'm just not gonna do, but
can I
I'm never going to not bring them somewhere. Like we might have to have a conversation before we get there, but I'm never gonna not take them somewhere or something because I feel like that's who you are. So I'm gonna accept you for who you are no matter what. But I'm not a judgmental person, and I deal with the public every day. So like I don't judge. Like I just don't.
okay, can I ask you a question, Juice?
Mhm.
Seriously. Okay, you say you don't judge, right? Let's
Mhm.
say now I'm definitely not like this, but let's just say you took me in front of your parents and I said, and I just started cussing them out. You cool with that? Because you said you're not judgmental.
Cussing my parents out.
Cussing it, yep, your family out, your parents. You said that you not judgmental.
You know what I'm gonna say? Get your ass in the motherfucking car. Can't take
Is
me no
that
motherfucking way.
judgmental? Has that
okay, so that's what
I'm
we're
that person
saying.
though.
has
That's
that
I'm
what we're
become
saying.
call.
Huh?
That's the question. Has that become a judgment call, though?
Oh yeah, it's a judgment call because
Okay, but you just said you weren't judgmental.
I'm not judgmental, but like if I know it might turn into a derogatory situation or if it can get physical or violent, I'm definitely gonna remove you. But am I not gonna mess with you tomorrow because you was cussing or what? Well, cussing my mama out, that's a little
Okay,
extreme.
come on now. Come on.
Yeah, like if you
She
cuss
said
my
that's a
mama
little
out, then,
extreme.
then we gonna have to do
But
some
I mean, that's
apologizing.
reality. That's
I mean,
reality right there, for real.
yeah, I'm you not gonna cuss my mama out. Like that's just not gonna crack. But
Right.
two, I'm not great. I mean, okay, I get what y'all saying, but y'all gotta understand from my point of view too,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I'm just not. I mean, I'm just not judging. Like
Listen,
it's just
I'm
I'm
not
not.
a
I'm not very
people judge
judgmental
me.
I'm
either.
not a judgmental person
Yeah.
either. I think
Yeah,
everybody should
people
live
can
their
judge
life.
me. I'm
I'm not a judgmental person either. And I think
yeah.
everybody should
I
live their
mean,
life the way they want to live it. Okay.
yeah. And then
But
if
there
you
are
want,
certain people I know for a fact I can't put on my suit and tie and go to a business meeting and have this person sitting next to me. I know I can't. I know I can't because they're gonna fuck up my bag. And ain't nobody fucking up my bag. They're not. I know there's
oh
certain
yeah, I
places.
definitely
I,
understand that. It's
I know
people in
there's
my
certain places
salon who I
that
didn't want in there with certain clients because I got some clients who I consider elite compared to some of my other clients, and that's just what it is.
But
So, but then I got to the point where I just tried to give everybody a private appointment because I like in what I've come to realize is that my clients enjoy spending time with me. So it's not even fair that I take away our time together, and put somebody else in the mix. So I definitely get what you're saying because I've had girls working in my salon who I did certain clients, I did not want them in there with them. Or I would be like, look, bitch, you better be on your best behavior because this is my client, this so and so client is coming. You know what I'm saying? So it would just be like, I mean, yeah. So I mean,
you gotta admit, Juice, that's a judgment call.
yeah, it's a judgment call, but it's not judgmental. Like I'm not. I guess I'm looking at judgmental as a bad thing. If you, I mean, judgmental. But to make a good judgment call, to me, it's two separate things.
judge not unless you be judged. Okay.
Yeah,
So
like, yeah,
I'm not
judgmental. Being
again, I'm not a
judgmental
judgmental
and
person either.
making a good judgment call, that's two totally different things to me.
Okay. What do you think, music? What are your thoughts on
Hey,
being
I can't touch that. I don't use that word towards women. I'm sorry, or towards another man. I'm sorry, so I can't touch on it.
Stop lying.
I don't.
You ain't never been smacking the cheeks and be like, bitch, give it here.
No, I
I,
don't. No,
I,
I've had women say, "Call me this, call me that." Nah, I'm sorry, I can't do it. I don't care how much you like it, how much
Man,
you.
with as many kids as you got, you're lying.
Nah, they'll tell you. Anybody will tell you. It won't come out of my mouth. No way from a fashion, because I'd be damned if I have somebody say it in front of me towards my sister, towards my mom if she was still alive, or to my kids, to my daughters. So I wouldn't do it. That's just me.
Okay.
me? What's your thoughts?
You know, I committed the ultimate sin one time. You know, I hooked up with a female from the industry. We started liking each other. Um, and as we started to grow with each other, she said, Ming, you know, you completely different at home. Like, yeah, this is me in the house. What you see, that's industry, Ming. That's not who I really am.
Right.
So yeah, it's a two-edged sword. You
Mm-hmm.
know, you're not gonna see me wilding out and stuff at home because at home I could just be relaxed. I could be chill. You know,
Be
I don't
you.
gotta be
In
on
peace.
edge. You
hmm
know, I don't have to be a certain way. You know, but industry wise, hey, I gotta put on, like I said, it's smoke and mirrors. I gotta be a certain way. I gotta have a certain look. My jewelry gotta be real. You know,
Yep.
it's the image. It's the image.
Same over here. Yeah, same here.
Yeah, and it totally fucked her mind up. She's like, man, I thought this was like, it's me when I'm in the industry, but when I'm home, I like to kick back and just watch TV and chill and relax. But when I'm at an event, it's completely different.
Totally different.
It's just the way it is.
Totally different.
Just
It's a no nonsense thing.
No nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
When you know, I said this before. You know, when I was bodyguarding, you know, I didn't do a whole lot of talking to people. You know, I spoke when I was spoken to. That was it. I was always on go time. You know, when it came down to taking the leash off my neck, it's time to go. There's no laughing, there's no joking. Somebody about to get fucked up.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's all it was. There's no yo, what's up? None of that. None of that is going on. But when I'm home, they're like, "Oh shit, man, you chill, you relax." Like, yeah, because this is my home. I can be relaxed. I can be on chill. You know. So it's definitely it's definitely a difference. The industry will make you into somebody that you're not.
It can turn you into someone that you don't even want to be.
Exactly.
It definitely brings out your darker side. That's true.
Like you know, like if I'm promoting a party, right? If I'm the promoter, you know, there is no, oh man, I can't pay you right now. None of that. What? Nah, we got a problem. I don't care where you get it from. You better get it. You better get my money.
Yeah, because ain't nobody
There's
leaving.
no
It's real.
Yeah.
It's so real. Like that part is real.
Like dead serious.
Yeah. Give me half if you want to and never pay the other half. You'll come to the show. I'm going to look at you. You're going to look at me. You're going to do this. And I'm going to do that. Because at the end of the day, you didn't, you know what I'm saying? So
you'll get stripped naked. You sure will.
Yeah.
Dead serious. I'm dead serious. I am dead serious.
Go into it.
Play with that money if you want to.
It's been done. I'm
telling you.
And the crazy thing is, it's like this. Okay, what was crazy,
man.
Okay, so let me just use myself as an example. I can be the kindest, the sweetest, the most endearing person you could potentially meet. I will give the clothes off my back to you. But I tell you what, if we're at a show, we got to deal with a show, and you coming off real crazy to me, I'm going to start looking at you. I don't have an issue with yelling. I don't have an issue with screaming on anybody at all. But at the end of the day, it's like this. That is the Gloria that you get at a show. That's not the Gloria that you get when you're having dinner, or the Gloria that you get when you come over to visit, the Gloria that you get when we're just chilling. I have a certain image to uphold. And if my artists act crazy, I'm going to get just as crazy, because I'm going to make sure that you understand we're in the public space. Ain't nobody going to ever say Glow don't have no control over the artist.
Right.
That's my money right there. Now you're messing with my money.
Yeah.
Anton, what you got?
Everything you said was true. Like we have been in situations where people have tried it. And I mean, we're sitting here today talking. Now, I got my money. I know you got your money. I mean, I can't listen. I can't help it if you're a promoter and you didn't do your job to get the people in here.
Yeah, that's not
showed
my
up.
fault.
Yeah, that's not on me. if I'm working my security gigs and I come and I secure the venue and it's the end of the night, I don't give a fuck if you have 5 people. I did my job. Now pay me my fee. If I go out of town and I'm doing bodyguard work, if you made it home safe, then that means I did my job. I need my money because I got my family to take care of. So I'm with all the smoke. I like it.
And I'm with you. And the type of person I was,
Get
I
out.
wouldn't give a fuck if you a female or not. You don't got my money, you get chin
You ain't got me.
He said you get chin checked.
You ain't got glow. And I keep that 100. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
even if I'm gonna put an artist out, let's say music. Let's give it a good example. Music. Let's say you're supposed to perform somewhere. We got the gig for you. They already gave you half of the money up front. You know, they're supposed to pay you the rest of it at the venue. Contract says before the artist takes the stage,
yep.
you're giving him the money. If you don't give him the money,
He does not take the stage.
he's going to keep your deposit.
Yep.
Because he wasted his time, for one. And secondly, he ain't getting on that stage. Simple as that. So there is a difference. Now, if I'm at home and let's say music says, Glow, I'm coming over, and I got some people here, and he calls me, Glow, I can't make it. Okay, music, you just can't make it. It's cool. But when it comes down to money and me being able to make the money, to be able to pay whoever I need to pay, what's crazy is that nobody even understands how much money goes into these things. I think that's you okay. You know what I'm saying, Ming? It's like nobody gets it. Like we pay for the stuff before any artist take a stage.
Yep.
We pay for it. We pay in advance before any artist puts a dime in our pockets, before any artist takes the stage or come to the venue or whatever. We're already invested. And what's crazy is when you hear the artist go, oh, well, I don't feel like I'm the artist that should have to pay. You hear that. You hear that a lot. And I think it's hell. I don't think I'm the management that should have to pay. But guess what?
Here's one for you. What am I paying you for? Motherfucker, are you serious?
Exactly.
Hey.
Do we not go through this? We all go. Come on. We go through it. It's like, me. Come on now.
Yep.
$2,000 and $3,000 is paid out because sometimes we give out $1,500 at a show.
Yep.
$2,000 and $3,000 has already been paid out, plus the $1,500. So you look at how much that is. But an artist only has to give up $50. Make that make sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Make it make sense. Why are you getting pissed off with me? Because I'm asking you for a few dollars compared to what I've already put out or whoever has put out. We're sacrificing everything for these artists. A lot of us are doing that. You got some people that don't give a damn.
That's just like with these tours. A lot of these artists don't know the label pays for the tours.
Yep. And wonder why they not getting that money back. Yep.
They gotta get that money back.
Yep.
So before we even put your ass on tour, we gotta know you can make us some money. We gotta know.
You know, I've noticed that a lot of artists think these advances are just, you know, they're just going to give me this money. What they don't know is that the label will recoup all of that money plus some.
Yep.
Regardless.
Like, yes, they might sit down with you in a room and do like a little press conference and give you 100,000. Don't think that 100,000 ain't coming back to them. Don't think that. And then when the bill comes in and Oh, wait a minute. So I paid for the tour bus. I paid for the video. I paid for the photographer. I paid for the hairstylist, the makeup artist. I paid for the lighting. I paid for the food. I paid for this. I paid for that. I paid for the room and board.
DJ.
Right. I paid for the venue, yada, yada, yadas. Now it's time for me to recoup my money. So here's your
Yep.
check for $500.
Yep.
I'm telling you, like it's serious.
And the majority of the time, you either meet the goal or you don't.
Or you don't.
And that's how a lot of artists go
9
broke.
times out of 10, I won't say 9. 4 times out of 10, you won't meet the goal.
Hella
So
shit.
we gotta sit up here and look at like it was a great show, but we lost all kinds of money.
You say 4 out of 10. I'm gonna say 6 out of 10. 6.5 out of 10.
I was being nice.
Being generous, huh?
Nah, damn that.
Because at the end of the day, guess who still got to pay the employees of that show? Not you as an artist, but we do.
Yep.
Including our special guests.
Yep.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. $1,500 popping out. Now, an artist will get pissed off when we said, I tell you what, this will cost you $3,000 to be on this show. Y'all gonna be artists will be looking at us like we crazy.
Like we crazy, Glow.
But yet we got to put that out
Yep.
and pray we get something back in return.
Yep.
So that's what it's all about. What is going on? Oh, but that's what it is. It's like people don't get it. People don't get it at all. And I think it's crazy to me. Oh, I see how you trying to make your money. I see. Don't worry about how I'm trying to make it. Understand that I'm trying to make it back. Because at the end of the day, I've already put this money out. I've already invested in every single artist that has or has not signed up.
So what a lot of people don't understand is when you're making a show and you go and you get this venue and you pay for this venue, you put down your deposit or you pay whatever it is you pay. Then you pay for the DJ. Then you buy the flyers. Then you do the promotions. Then you do this and you do that. And you pay for security and you pay for all of this stuff.
Radio
Plus you're-
promos.
Plus you're giving away the $1,500 for the artist that does whatever the fuck you tell them to do. Then you charge $5-10 at the door, maybe 20-25 max. And then, you tell the artist, well, we need you to get your people to come and see you. That way we can recoup our money. Because
Nobody does that.
right. And we're promoting every day and putting up the flyer every day and, right, tagging people and all this and all that, which takes time, energy, LG&E, promotion, all of this, nobody thinks about.
No, wait. I got one better, Anton. The artists don't even promote themselves.
Man, come on.
Yep.
Come on. Like real talk. Like it's silly and we're like, well, wait a minute, they're not coming to see me. They're not coming to see Glow. They're not coming to see me. They're coming to see you, but you won't even post it on your page. Make that make
Right.
sense.
You doing a show.
Right.
But then when you get there and you're on stage and you get off and you'll be like, man, there's only 20 people here. Well, why is that?
I don't know what happened. What happened was you. That's what happened. That's what happened.
Yep.
And then what kills me is I hear, well, man, give me a street team together. Man, you ain't got the money to pay a street team.
Got one. I got one. I need a booking agent.
Man, come on.
Yep.
But you don't even know as an artist if you're capable of selling out a venue.
Right.
That makes no sense. Because what artists don't understand is that in order for, first of all, we don't typically go to a booking agent to ask for you. What we do is the booking agent approaches the person. You know what I'm saying? It's not the other way around.
Yep.
And it's so crazy because they see the value. Those booking agents will see the value, but they've also studied your numbers.
Yep.
They studied everything about you. They've even checked out your previous shows. How much money did you really make on that show?
Oh yeah,
So
hell yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you got to prove yourself. We can't even prove it. It's the artist. And that's what's so crazy to me. It's like I love artists, and you know what? I get it. But if you really want to know the real deal, this is a show you really need to tune in for, because we're giving you the facts of what truly happens.
Yep.
Who wants to go next? Questions? Anything? Because we're about to get off here.
Right.
I don't have none. I done learned a lot, and I ain't even in the industry.
Girl,
learn me.
Let me tell you, I could tell you some things that make your toenails shoot off your feet. I'm just trying to tell you.
Dang it.
Right.
Am I lying, me? Am I lying, me?
You
No.
ain't lying.
I could tell you
You
some
ain't
stuff.
lying.
I found myself out in the middle of the street going off. I found that after everything I put into someone. I have found myself going off on people.
Flicking cigarette butts in people's faces.
I ain't even tell my story, but yeah, that too. Like, it's not a game for me.
Right.
It's not a game. If I have sacrificed everything that I have, if I've sacrificed for you, you better believe it, baby. You better sacrifice for me. It is what it is.
Yeah. I get that.
Anybody else got anything they want to add to that?
I don't.
Nah, don't nobody want to go up after you and flicking people ashes in the face. Who's gonna top that? Who can top that?
Honey, it won't no ass.
There are stories I can tell, man. Man.
But at the same token, you're not gonna be able to yell or raise your voice at me and expect for me not to, I don't know, go to
match your energy. Right. Like,
I'm gonna match your energy.
Mm-hmm.
I am not a joke. I laugh, I play. I have a good time with what I do. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit here and let you think you can run over me or anything of that nature. I'm here to help you.
Yeah, but don't let the 3'9" fool you.
Yeah, this ain't my damn career. It's your career. I'm here to help you.
Say what?
How tall is she, Anton?
3'9".
I'm 5'3", baby, but best believe me.
Okay, twin.
I'm the biggest chihuahua you could ever meet.
That's how I am.
Okay. I'm sorry. Hey, look, Juice. I'm 5'2.25". I just gave myself.
I'm like 5'2.5", but I claim
Look, really don't tell nobody. Look, without my shoes on.
Yeah. With my shoes on, it's solid. You hear me?
Yeah,
Solid.
do not think, don't listen. And I have to put this out there for everybody. Do not feel because we're females in the music industry, or because we're the tiny ones in the industry, or because we're the smiliest ones in the industry, or we're the calmest ones in the industry, or you don't get to hear too many curse words come out of our mouths in the industry. Don't think we don't have a backbone. Simple as
You got that right.
Yeah. And don't think a lie is going to get over that easy. It doesn't work.
It don't work. This industry is really small.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Very.
What do they call it? 6 degrees of separation?
Mm-hmm.
If that.
Yeah, if that.
In Louisville, baby, 1 degree of separation. Somebody.
Okay, Juice, you said it. You said it.
I promise. You be like, what? How you know them?
Mm.
That's like just Stacy, your birthday dinner, prime example. I didn't realize that lady was related to Joy. It's just crazy because it's literally 1 degree of separation in Louisville. Somebody knows somebody. It ain't
Oh,
even
They know somebody. They know somebody. Right.
Nah, it ain't even the somebody know
hey.
somebody who somebody. It's somebody know somebody. That's it. One
I
and
mean,
two.
think about it.
That's it.
Think about it. Think about it, Juice. If I know them and I got people that work with me, don't you think they know them too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
I'm just saying. Well, listen, we have been on here for approximately 1 hour and 24 minutes and 47 seconds. And it's been a great time.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to exit, but I needed to get everybody's information and let's go ahead and start exiting out. I'm sure we're not done with this conversation. There's so much more to talk about. Um, Music. Let's start with you. Give us your links and your social sites or what have you, please.
Yo, what up, ladies? Y'all already know what's up. It's your man, Music Harris, aka Mr. Desire. You can find me on all social media platforms and music platforms at MUSICK Harris.
Killing it. But go ahead, Juice.
Hey everyone, Juice Chenoweth, JuiceChenoweth on all platforms. It was real, y'all. This was a great one. I loved it.
Yeah, me. What you got?
Big Ming, y'all can contact me anytime, 818-650-7023. Always available.
And what's the name of your label?
Infamous Muscle Entertainment.
Okay, okay. You all know what to do. Hit them up. Okay, what you got for me, Stacy?
Stacy Johnson on all platforms, soon to be Stacy Scott.
That's right.
Gang.
That's
Uh,
right.
Rat.
Okay, what you got? What you got, Mr. Anton?
It's your big brother Anton Scott signing out. You can find me on all platforms at Anton Scott Senior, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, all of it. Hit me up.
And this is Gloria from GT Management, IANTV, Toxic Talk, whatever you want to call it. But listen, I'm gonna need y'all to do me a favor. I'm gonna need you all to hit that like button. And then I'm gonna need to go ahead and have you all go ahead and subscribe
Yes,
because it
sir.
is necessary so we can go ahead and start really, really pulling up the algorithms on this whole thing. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna get real talk. You're gonna get facts. Okay? So with that said, you can find me on any social sites under GT Management or Gloria Talley. Everyone, I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your evening. Good night.
Good
Night.
night.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
Yeah.